Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is HD StarCraft, and I'm here to bring you guys the very first, or at least I hope it is the very first, 4v4 Heart of the Swarm StarCraft 2 matchup. And of course, one of the players here featuring is going to be myself, under the guise Zerg Master. He's going to be the red Zerg down here at the bottom left-hand corner of the map. And over to the 9 o'clock position, we have one of his teammates. It's going to be LTD Sun. He's going to be the purple Protoss on the left-hand side. And of course, over here, just a few yards yonder, we have the green Terran player. His name is going to be Dan Jin Wong Kim, and I really hope he is Korean. And over here we have the teal Terran player rounding up Team Zerg Master, or Team HD, however you want to call it. We've got Mazel. So 2 Terrans, a Protoss, and of course a Zerg, which is myself. I will close the production tab because that's just ballistic. We have our opponents on the eastern side of the map. So this is like the NBA All-Stars game. It's West Coast versus East Coast, except we're not All-Stars. We have the orange Terran player here coming all the way at the northeast corner. He is Damn Mangoes, and his teammate is going to be Gino. I've been told that he is one of the better players here. He is going to be the yellow Zerg, and just below him we have Jadabul, who is the Protoss, and I'm running out of interesting creative introductions, so here it is. It is Dark Dolphin's blue Zerg player. Don't have anything interesting to say about our opponents, unfortunately. Now, I actually rounded up this game. A couple players here are friends. Most of the players here just kind of went on the general chat on Heart of the Swarm because, honestly, there really isn't that many people playing Heart of the Swarm right now. The beta key isn't that available, and so, I mean, I'm trying to get more beta keys to give out if possible, but it seems pretty hard to do right now, and I was like, well, I want to do some 4v4s. I want to do some maybe FFAs if possible, so I rounded up some people in general chat and just kind of got people to go ahead and join in, and I was like, hey, I'll cast this game. It's going to be a fun 4v4, and it's going to be on Sand Canyon, which, yeah, it has the propensity to get into pretty long and detailed and complex games, so I thought it would be pretty fun. Anyways, I am Zerg Master, and I decided to go for a 15 hatch, typical HD strat here in a 4v4 team game. He doesn't help out his teammates. It's all about him versus the world. Selfish bastard. And just to the top we have LTD here. Looks like I asked him to go ahead and cover me. In return, I'm sending him this Overlord, which of course is a valuable gift indeed. Of course, considering I can poop creep in his base in a few minutes, and in exchange for that, he should keep me safe. And let's see here. We've got Zergling alert here from LTD Sun. Not too sure where that's coming from. It looks like he got his probe scout into the top right. And I don't know, man. He's just calling all the basic units. I mean, of course we're going to see Zerglings and Marines, man. I would actually be freaked out if we didn't see Zerglings and Marines open up, because then that means they're probably going to try to tech up into something crazy in the early game. But at least one of us is doing a good job of scouting right now. So you guys can see this is our bare speck of vision on the minimap provided by LTD Sun. And I guess these are the Zerglings that he originally alerted to. Uh-oh, it looks like they're coming down to me. I'm living out here in the southwest, man. Don't bother me. It looks like one of the SCVs is going to go down, but being no noob, I've got 4 Zerglings of my own, and I'm sicking the dogs out right now. Oh, look at that pro micro. Not really. Don't ever try to copy HD's micro. Actually, he's trying to micro against me. Die, Dark Dolphins! And yes, 3 HP Zergling remaining here, and that's why you never really want to pull your Zergling away trying to dance it around for too long, because you actually lose damage the longer that it's not attacking and the more you're trying to micro it. It's a finicky thing with Zerglings. Now, looks like we've got Reapers coming out from both of our teammates here, combined Reaper strike, and hey, my teammate, Dan Jinwon Kim. Hey, are you Korean? Just wanted to know. Anyways, we do have Reapers coming in here, and these are the new healing Reapers in Heart of the Swarm, but it looks like there's a Widow Mine from Damn Mangoes as well. Oh my god! That Widow Mine just took out a bunch of Reapers. You never really want that to happen. And that's where the Widow Mine is actually kind of handy. It's a great unit, and I guess Damn Mangoes, even with the Widow Mine, he's still in a lot of trouble because this is a combined attack by Mazel and Damn Jin Wong Kim, and I gotta reject this guy right now. I'm casting, and oh, those Widow Mines are just detonating all over the place. So, wow, it really, there's just too much Terran stuff here, so it's very hard to tell exactly what's going on, but basically Damn Mangoes here is trying to pull the enemy Reapers into his Widow Mines, but no one's falling for the guys, and Gino now sends some Zerglings to help out the orange Terrans, so it looks like the Reapers are going to be cleared up. But in terms of actual workers killed, Damn Mangoes did lose quite a bit. He's only at, I think he is at 7 right now. So that's pretty much the lowest point of the entire game in terms of workers. But at least he has Widow Mines now set up all over the place, and that's going to make it very hard for Reapers to continue coming in. Despite their range being somewhat small, I mean, you guys can see they've got the red beacon, the alert beacon right now, and that, when it detonates, man, it's no joke. It does a lot of damage. And one of the things I've been actually falling prey to on ladder in 1v1, a quick Terran, 1 barracks, 1 factory, send a Widow Mine into your mineral line, and then you're kind of screwed. So it is kind of difficult to deal with. Now we do have Mazel following up the Reaper aggression with a quick expand to the gold, and I guess he's going to be the greediest one of us all because he is, of course, going for that gold expansion. What are these Reapers doing? Daniel Jim Wong Kim sending in some help. LTD Sun even sending the Mothership Core over to back up the Zerg Massa because, of course, the Zerg Massa has no units right now. But there is enemy units coming to my base. Uh-oh. This actually could be problematic. One of the Reapers here is going to get taken out. I'm going to have to try to save, back up these queens. I think that's what I do. I back up this queen into the mineral line. Am I pro enough to do it? Oh no, my Swarmos are coming out. Swarmos burrow. Oh, my drones. Oh, God. Yeah, I know. There are Banes for sure. That didn't go as I thought it would. We actually I took a lot of damage there. But, oh, okay, yeah, that's right. I do have a natural. So I guess I didn't take as much damage as... I mean, the thing is, I have another expansion, so yes, I took a bunch of drone hits, but hey, I've been droning up this whole time. Meanwhile, what is going on here? We have got Nidus coming up in Mazel's base. Hey man, it's okay, Mazel's greedy, he's got the gold, right? So maybe he'll be able to retrofit his new base with the salvaged parts and components of his now fallen main. Oh god, I hear more Niduses coming up. No idea where they're coming at. LTD Sun and Dan Winjon Kim. It looks like the Nidus is inside our Korean Terran's base. First Gino says Mazel Tov to Mazel, and now he's saying Annyeonghaseyo to Dan Jingwon Kim. I give you, ladies and gentlemen, the internationally recognized method of declaring war, the Nidus Swarm. Now, will they be able to clean up this infestation here? It looks like Dan and the Mothership Core combined is going to be enough, and finally the Nidus Swarm will drop so he can resume mining operations. Looks like most of the Zerg troops have retreated out of that top left-hand base that was raided, and the game finally settling down a little bit after that extended bout of aggression. Alright, so Mazel now has lost his main, and actually it's been taken over by Gino. Wow, that's a pro strat right there. Haven't seen that before. And he's going to grab the opponent's base. I hear another Nidus coming. It's actually in my base right now. And will LTD Sun be able to save my base? It looks like he does. There's even an Oracle here as well. That's what was giving vision for the Nidus. And I believe the Oracle was being pretty annoying, dropping down those entombs and whatnot. I didn't see any Void Siphons from my recollection, from my memory. So that's one thing that I didn't have to deal with. And at this point, it was kind of annoying, considering that I lost my main base to I don't know what I lost it to, but I definitely lost it to some stuff, some enemy opponent stuff. And so LTD Sun asked me, hey man, you ready to hit with me? I'm like, hell yeah man, let's go do this. I gotta get some revenge with my mushrooms. And so I'm setting in my swarm host now, and let's see if we're gonna be able to get any vengeance at all here. I was also looking to get the gold. Unfortunately, it was still covered by the rocks at this point, so no opportunity to really go for that. And at this moment in the game, man, it really seems like the action has kind of died down a little bit, and insanely enough, we might go into a late game 4v4, although we are going to try to take out Dark Dolphins right now. Just don't like those Dolphins. So here we go, me and the purple Protoss going in, dropping down the Swarmhost below, and I figured, well, you've got plenty of Protoss units here to take out this base, so I'll send my Swarmhost rally over here to pick off any enemy units that are coming in. Of course, what do you expect to come in but the Widow Mines? And when they're burrowed, they can see burrowed units. They actually are detectors when they're underground, so that was pretty scary, and I was like, oh, screw that, I'm going to spread out. Plus, you know, you don't want to get hit and lose all of your Swarmhosts in one blow, so you got to spread them out as well. And meanwhile, just trying to let Dark Dolphins, trying to buy him enough time to get this expansion down or get this main base down. Oh god, don't lose it, Zerg Master! Oh, those Widow Mines are ever so scary. I didn't actually realize that they were not armed at this point. They were still reloading their unstable payload. So I was just trying to micro my heart out, trying to keep my swarm hosts alive wherever possible. And it looks like LTD Sun was successful in killing one of the bases, but we didn't really realize I actually did not realize that he had 2 more bases back here. So that greedy SOB had all the expansions in the bottom, and man, he was just chilling. So that is definitely not good. Meanwhile, Gino, was he really mining this thing the entire time? You know, the thing is, when you're actually playing a 4v4, you're pretty focused on, you know, myself and like what's going on over here, which is actually quite a bit because there's mutas and Widowmines trying to kill off what units I have, which is really just swarm hosts. And so I was really trying to keep that alive, but oh, there we go. So our Korean does send his Terran troops up to the top left, taking out the Zerg infestation, and all the Niduses are going to go down, so that was pretty nice. Although Gino did jack quite a bit of gas and permanent mineral loss here for our Koreans, so that's no bueno at all. And here comes Gino coming in with the mutas, funded, of course, by Dan Jinwon Kim's expansion up here. Or was it Dan's? I'm not entirely sure. I think it was Mausel's. Yeah, it was Mausel's. So these mutas are going in and dishing out quite a bit of damage to the Green Terran, man. We have actually taken huge economic losses this game, just looking at the workers tab. It still seems pretty close. Actually, HD has the most workers in the game, but that doesn't really mean much because I didn't have much of an army. And of course, I did lose my main base once already, and there's actually Zerglings all over the place, killing off my swarm hosts, so that's not bueno at all. Burrow them, HD, burrow them. Zerg Master, what are you doing? Oh, dealing with entombs, yeah, that's always fun. Double entomb, in fact, by the nasty Oracle. Meanwhile, how are the mutas doing? It looks like they might have been taken out, what with this many Marines and Stalkers around, and look at how many Widow Mines Damn Mangoes is sending in. These are enemy Widow Mines. Enemies of the state have been found. No, not the SCVs! Not the SCVs! Oh my goodness! Oh, the humanity, the Terran humanity. You can't, oh, that's actually pretty nasty. Whenever a player is main-arting his workers, it seems like Widow Mines are pretty damn nasty. Meanwhile, I have found a way to be aggressive and contribute in some way this game, trying to attack this expansion with my swarm host, but there's an observer here from Lotta Bull. That, I think, is a lot of bull crap, because he's going to kill all my swarm hosts, and now I decided, well, it doesn't seem like the swarm hosts are being all too effective, so I'm going to go ahead and make a switch to Hydras. And so I do have Hydras on the way. Meanwhile, Gino going in to take out Mausel's 12 o'clock, but it has been significantly mined already, so I think Mausel was able to get Mausel Toph. He was able to get the money, you know, to make it worthwhile. It was a worthy compensation to lose the CC and lose those SCVs, but he did get a ton of mining out of that, obviously. And you can see that's reflected in our 2 Terrans, man. These 2 Terrans are really our backbone here. Their Terran armies of Bio and Mech are going to be a staple here in this game if we're going to hope to win. Meanwhile, I guess me and LTD's son are going to be left in our own corner to fend for ourselves, and our swarm host coming in from the Blue Zerg Dolphins. So we're going to have to really do our best to stay alive for as long as possible to buy time, of course, for our 2 Terran, our spine and our backbone to do the work they need to do. But there are Widow Mines all over the place. Oh my god, please don't tell me you guys ran over these Widow Mines. That would not, that's not the happy ending, you know, that I wanted to see. Once upon a time, 2 Terrans walking over, la-di-da-di-da, a bunch of Widow Mines, boom, they all died. That's not what I want to hear right now, and they're all charged up as well, so that would not be good. Meanwhile, it does look like on the bottom side, on the south side of Sand Canyon, we're making our push with our Stalkers, with purple Stalkers, and 1 or 2 swarm hosts from me. There is 2 observers overhead as well to catch the burrowed swarm host, and it looks like the biological army, oh, the Widow Mines are going to move out of position, so looks like maybe Mausel and Dan Jinwon Kim did not fall into that trap. And wow, that is, you know, the thing here is Damn Mangoes is just making Widow Mines. That's all he's doing. Widow Mines, Widow Mines, Widow Mines. And that's totally fine, man. They are so good. Don't forget, they hit air too, so they're not just a ground-only type of unit. And oh, wow, it looks like Gino sent his mutas down here, so he's actually going to kill off a ton of my swarm hosts. I'm trying to burrow them underground to keep them alive. And now LTD Sun bringing the Stalkers out, but is it enough? Stalkers, his Stalkers are at 0-0, the mutas at 0-1, and enemy Dolphins have been detected. They are coming in. We need to back up this location. Calling in the reinforcements, the Terrans to the north. Oh, great comsat right there by our Korean player. And now it's an, oh my god, it's a flood of Zerglings and Hydras and Swarm Hosts. It's just Zerg units of all types and sorts. Will our Korean be able to save us? I hope he does. I really hope he does. Thankfully, there are no bird widow mines here. Comsat goes out just to make sure. We'll see the swarm host. That's a lot of Zerglings, though. And the Zerglings, are they crack upgraded? No, I don't think they are. I wasn't able to really check that in time. Meanwhile, it looks like Mazeltov might be making a bit of a push of his own up here at the top. And has missile turrets going forward. Forward missile turrets for detection against the widow mines. Very smart. He'll only catch the south ones, not the north ones, though. And meanwhile, Dan has been sent on Guardian duty, but he's doing an excellent job killing off units left and right. And meanwhile, I was able to see that Dark Dolphins was approaching the nasty 4 bases. So that's not ever a situation you really want to deal with. A bunch of units coming in here. Uh-oh. Tanks. Mazel, great stim. And he's going to push those. Oh god, he's trying to bait. Gino trying to bait the Marines into the widow mines on the south end side before the missile turret can see it. Oh, that was really close. Mazel, though, very smart. Not moving out beyond the range of the turret until it comes up. And now that it's up, he will see some of the mines out here. So very smart play right there by Mazel. That was actually super splendid, stupendous play. And it's still looking kind of grim for us, though, because you guys will note that the enemy team has the top expansion, the middle expansions, and the south expansion. And we really don't have the middle expansions at all. So I was like, well, you know what? I think I need to get that middle hatchery up if we're even going to have a hope of winning this game. And this game, you guys can now tell, 23 minutes in, all 4 players are still alive. No one has been actually eliminated yet, albeit some, have been crippled to a very handicapped status. But no one's actually dead yet, and so I'm going to try to contribute whatever way I can, sending in my Hydras. But little did I know there was mines there. Oh, those mines are so ugly. Not good friends with my Hydralist, man. And the Meta's coming in to eat me up for breakfast. And now damn Mangos is moving in. Oh, he's coming in with the minefield. And Banelings as well, man. These are all types of detonating units. Mazel trying to retreat, getting out of there. And our Korean coming in with our backup. But all of his forces are pretty deep in the red here. He's going to have to drop a comsat to see these Widow mines. Thankfully, they are not loaded. So they will be able to take out all of those mines, but we are running pretty low on armaments here. Meanwhile, down to the south end side, what? We just saw Mothership get yanked. I have no idea what's going on. So I think LTD's son went for Mothership, but he's losing all of his carriers and his Motherships. Oh, that really does suck. And just kind of getting yanked all over the place by the Vipers. Meanwhile, Widow mines going off. Someone needs to erect a fence right here, a sign that says danger, minefield, no trespassing. Of course, the Eastern Conference team doesn't really care too much about our safety. And now, oh my god, this could be bad. This could be bad! This could be bad! The Widow mines aren't loaded yet, but they are loading while we are watching this fight. And finally, a comsat goes down. Oh wow, I think we just lost our biggest country in terms of army here, man. I feel like I no longer have the South Korean military, land, sea, and air by my side, and that's not good, man. I feel like they're no longer part of this part of the equation anymore. I mean, at this entire game, I felt like a third world country, just kind of subdued, and I think at this point I might just have to commit. Is that the right word? I might have to just surrender to the opponents here because they are just coming in on all angles. Our Korean, one more time. Save us. Oh, we're going to have to try to make a push into this huge army, but the Vipers are here. They could Binding Cloud. They are going to Binding Cloud. And of course, that means anything in this green, gaseous, noxious plague cannot attack with a ranged attack. They will be forced into a melee attack. I believe that's what it does now. Let's go ahead and check and make sure. Yes. So, not good right now, not good at all. And of course, it's always fun to cast a game that I just played because I kind of remember what I said. And yeah, it's not looking good. On the top side, Jadabul going in and taking out Dan's base at the top left. Meanwhile, looking across the map, the enemy Eastern team mining quite healthily. And at this point, I think, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be GG. Will I get a fungal off? Yes, I will. And fear but don't fret, guys, because we decided to play another 4v4 game. So hope you guys stay tuned in. This was the very first Heart of the Swarm 4v4 matchup on my YouTube channel. I hope you guys really enjoyed this cast. And if you did, stay tuned because we're going to play another 4v4 after this. We're going to sub out some players for some other players that want to go ahead and play. So it will be a different lineup, a different composition. But nevertheless, we will still have Zergmaster here and more 4v4 Mayhem in the upcoming cast. So stay tuned, guys. Don't go anywhere. And of course, this is HD StarCraft, signing out.